Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Speak English for Beginners. I'm Emma, and I'm very happy you're spending some time with us today.
And I'm Jack. Wherever you're listening from, maybe at home, in your car, or while taking a walk, we hope you can relax and enjoy some natural English with us.
Today, we're talking about something many English learners really want to know: how to sound more like a native American English speaker.
And before anyone gets nervous, this does not mean you need perfect English or that you need to completely change your accent.
Exactly. Your accent is part of you. Today, we're simply going to explore some habits that can make your spoken English sound more natural, relaxed, and American.
Because sometimes learners know a lot of grammar and vocabulary, but when they speak, their English still sounds a little different from everyday American conversation.
And often, the reason is surprisingly simple. Native speakers don't always pronounce every word clearly and separately.
Definitely not. If we did that all day, conversations would sound very strange.
Imagine walking into a cafe and saying, "I would like to have a cup of coffee."
The person behind the counter might wonder if you're a robot.
In natural American English, words connect. Some sounds become weaker, some disappear, and some words change slightly when we speak quickly.
So here's a question to think about while you listen. When you speak English, do you pronounce every word separately?
If you do, don't worry. That is extremely common, especially when you learned English by reading textbooks.
Reading teaches you what English looks like, but listening teaches you what English actually sounds like.
Let's start with a very common example. What are you doing?
If I say every word carefully, it's, "What are you doing?"
But in a relaxed conversation, you might hear something closer to, "What are you doing?"
What are you doing?
That sounds very different when you first hear it.
Yes, and a learner might think, "Wait, what is what are ya? I never learned that word."
But it isn't a new word, it's simply several familiar words connecting naturally.
This is one of the biggest secrets to understanding American English. Don't expect spoken English to sound exactly like written English.
Another great example is going to. In careful English, we can say, "I'm going to call her."
But in casual conversation, you'll often hear, "I'm gonna call her."
Gonna is extremely common when people are speaking casually.
For example, "I'm gonna eat." "We're gonna leave soon." "Are you gonna come?"
But there is an important detail here. We usually use these reduced forms in casual speech, not in formal writing.
Right. In an important email, you probably shouldn't write, "I'm gonna send the report tomorrow."
Your manager might understand you, but "I'm going to send the report tomorrow" is more appropriate.
So the goal is not to replace everything you learned. The goal is to understand the difference between careful English and conversational English.
Another common expression is want to. What happens to want to in fast American English, Jack?
It often becomes wanna. So instead of, "Do you want to get some coffee?" you might hear, "Do you want to get some coffee?"
Or, "I want to go home."
That sentence becomes very useful after a long day at work.
Especially on Monday.
Absolutely. Monday teaches everyone the phrase, "I wanna go home."
Now listen to these two versions. Do you want to watch a movie? And, do you want to watch a movie?
The second one feels smoother because the sounds connect instead of stopping between every word.
And this idea of connecting words is more important than trying to speak extremely fast.
That's a common mistake. Some learners think sounding native means speaking as quickly as possible.
So they start racing through every sentence.
And then nobody understands anything.
Natural English is not simply fast English. It has rhythm. Some words are strong and other words are weak.
Let's take a simple sentence. "I want to go to the store."
Notice that the important words receive more energy. Want go, store.
The smaller words like to and the are usually softer.
So instead of giving every word equal power, try to emphasize the words carrying the main meaning.
Think of English like music. You have strong beats and weak beats.
That rhythm is one reason American English can sound smooth even when people are speaking quickly.
And here's another useful habit. Listen to complete phrases instead of individual words.
For example, don't only learn the word sure. Learn expressions such as sure, no problem, yeah, sure, and are you sure?
Or instead of only learning sounds, learn sounds good.
Americans use sounds good all the time when they agree with a plan.
Emma, how about lunch at 12?
Sounds good.
Want to meet at the cafe?
Yeah, sounds good.
Can I eat your dessert too?
Absolutely not.
Okay, apparently some phrases have limits.
But notice how natural that short exchange feels. Real conversations are full of these small expressions.
You'll hear sounds good, no problem, that works, I got it, pretty good, and I don't know, again and again.
And when you learn these as complete sound patterns, you don't have to build every sentence word by word in your head.
You begin to speak in chunks, and that can make your English smoother and more confident.
There is also one tiny word that can immediately make conversations feel more natural. Yeah.
Americans say yeah a lot. Sometimes it simply means yes, but sometimes it shows that we're listening.
For example, if Jack tells me, I had a really busy morning, I might respond, yeah?
And I know Emma is following the conversation, so I continue, yeah, I had 3 meetings before lunch.
Then I might say, oh wow, that sounds exhausting.
Those little reactions are important because natural conversation is not only about making correct sentences.
It's also about showing interest while another person is speaking.
Exactly. Native-like English often comes from these small habits, connecting words, using natural reductions, stressing important words, and reacting naturally while you listen.
Another thing that makes American English sound natural is the way people react during conversations. You don't always need a long answer to show that you understand someone.
Right. Sometimes a small reaction like, oh really, nice, gotcha, or that makes sense, is enough to keep the conversation moving.
Let's imagine Jack tells me, I started a new job last week.
And instead of staying completely silent, Emma might say, oh nice, how's it going?
Exactly. That small reaction shows interest, and then I ask a question to continue the conversation.
This is important because some learners focus so much on grammar that they forget to react naturally.
They are listening and thinking, past tense, new job, what grammar should I use?
Meanwhile, the other person is wondering if they're still listening.
So, give yourself permission to use simple reactions. You can say, really? Oh, wow, that's cool. I see, or no way.
Be careful with no way because it usually shows surprise. If I say, I found $20 on the street, Emma could say,
No way, that's lucky.
but if I say, would you like some water? And Emma says, no way, that sounds a little dramatic.
Very dramatic. A simple no thanks would be much better.
Another expression you'll hear constantly in American English is I mean.
Yes, I mean can help you explain an idea, correct yourself, or add more information.
For example, the movie was good, it was a little long, but I enjoyed it.
Or, I don't go there often. Maybe once or twice a month.
These little expressions can give you time to think while you're speaking.
Another one is you know. Native speakers often use it when they expect the listener to understand an idea or feeling.
Like, learning a language takes time, You can't become fluent overnight.
But there is one warning. Don't try to put you know into every sentence just because you heard Americans using it.
Because, if you use it, every 3 seconds...
Jack, please stop.
See, too much becomes distracting.
The same is true for like. In casual American conversation, like sometimes works as a filler while someone is thinking.
Someone might say, there were like 50 people at the party.
In that sentence, the speaker may not mean exactly 50. It can mean approximately 50.
You may also hear, I was like, what are you doing?
Here, I was like introduces what the person said, thought, or felt in that moment.
These expressions are useful to understand, but you don't need to force them into your speech.
That's an important point. Sounding natural does not mean copying every habit native speakers have.
Instead, notice common patterns and slowly use the ones that feel comfortable for you.
Now let's talk about pronunciation, especially one sound that surprises many learners, the American T.
Ah yes, the T that sometimes doesn't sound much like a T.
Take the word water. In many American accents, the T in the middle can sound similar to a quick D.
So water may sound more like waiter.
Another example is better.
In relaxed American pronunciation, it can sound closer to better.
And city may sound closer to city.
This happens in many words when the T is between vowel sounds and the pronunciation becomes quick and relaxed.
You don't need to become a pronunciation scientist and analyze every T you see.
Please don't walk around staring at words and saying, what is this T doing here?
The best way to learn it is by listening and copying short phrases.
For example, hear a bottle of water, pause, and repeat the whole phrase several times.
This technique is often called shadowing. You listen to a speaker and repeat what they say, trying to copy the rhythm, stress, and pronunciation.
And you don't need to shadow a 20-minute conversation from the beginning.
Start with one sentence. Listen carefully, pause, repeat, and then listen again.
Try not to focus only on the words. Listen to the music of the sentence.
Ask yourself, which word sounds strongest? Where does the voice rise? Where does it fall?
For example, listen to this. Are you coming with us?
Are you coming with us?
Now imagine saying every word with exactly the same stress. Are you coming with us?
It sounds like you're questioning someone in a police station.
Suddenly, I don't want to go anywhere with you.
Natural speech needs movement. Your voice should not stay completely flat, and every word should not receive equal stress.
Another powerful habit is learning contractions. Americans constantly use forms like I'm, you're, we're, don't, can't, and I'll.
Instead of saying, I am tired in an everyday conversation, you'll usually hear, I'm tired.
Instead of I will call you later, you'll probably hear I'll call you later.
And instead of, we are not ready, you might hear, we're not ready.
Contractions make speech shorter and smoother, so practice them as complete sounds rather than thinking about two separate words.
Let's try a small example. Jack, what are you doing tonight?
I'm going to meet a friend after work.
Oh, nice. Where are you guys going?
We're going to grab something to eat. We haven't decided where yet.
Gotcha. Are you going to be out late?
Probably not. I've got to get up early tomorrow.
That short conversation gives us another useful expression, gotta. In casual American speech, got to or have got to can become gotta.
For example, I've got to go, we've got to leave soon, or you've got to see this.
I've gotta go is especially common. You'll hear it when someone needs to leave a conversation or a place.
And just like gonna and wanna, gotta is mainly for informal spoken English.
Now, there's another habit that can make a big difference, and it has nothing to do with difficult pronunciation.
It's using simpler language.
Exactly. Some learners believe that sounding advanced means choosing the longest or most formal word possible.
So instead of saying, I am experiencing considerable exhaustion,
Please don't tell your friend that after work.
they might think you swallowed a dictionary.
Native speakers often choose simple words in everyday conversations. We say help instead of assist, buy instead of purchase, and need instead of a complicated alternative.
Simple does not mean bad English. In many situations, simple English sounds more natural.
This is especially useful when answering common questions. Imagine someone asks, "How was your weekend?"
You don't need to create a perfect 5-sentence answer. You can say, pretty good, I mostly relaxed. How about yours?
Notice pretty good. That's a very common American expression.
Here, pretty means something like fairly or quite. The food was pretty good. I'm pretty tired. It's pretty cold outside.
Another natural word is actually. We often use it when information is a little surprising or different from what someone expects.
For example, do you like coffee?
Actually, I prefer tea.
Or, was the test difficult?
It was actually pretty easy.
That sentence already sounds conversational because we're using common patterns instead of translating word by word.
And translation is another challenge. If you create a sentence in your first language and then translate every word into English, the result may be grammatically possible but unnatural.
A better habit is collecting phrases that native speakers really use.
For example, learn "that makes sense" as one complete expression.
Learn, it depends.
I'm not sure.
Give me a second.
Let me think.
That sounds good.
I'll let you know.
These phrases are like ready-made building blocks. When you need them, they're already available in your mind.
And this helps you stop translating everything before you speak.
Now, Emma, what would you say is the biggest mistake people make when trying to sound American?
I think one big mistake is trying too hard to imitate an accent before becoming comfortable with natural rhythm and phrases.
I agree. Sometimes someone changes their voice so much that they don't sound relaxed anymore.
Your goal should not be to become a different person when you speak English.
The goal is clear, comfortable communication.
If you naturally develop more American pronunciation because you listen to American English every day, that's completely fine.
But you can speak excellent English and still have an accent from your own country.
So instead of asking, "How can I hide my accent?" ask, "How can I make my English easier to understand and more natural?"
That question gives you a much healthier and more practical goal.
Let's review some useful ideas from today. First, connect your words instead of pronouncing every word separately.
Second, become familiar with casual reductions such as gonna, wanna, and gotta.
Third, pay attention to stress and rhythm. Important words are usually stronger, while smaller grammar words can become weaker.
Fourth, use natural reactions like really, oh wow, gotcha, that makes sense, and sounds good.
Fifth, practice common contractions like I'm, we're, don't, I'll, and I've.
And finally, learn complete phrases instead of collecting thousands of individual words.
Here is a simple challenge you can try today. Choose one short sentence from this episode that you would actually use in your life.
Maybe it's, I'm gonna grab something to eat.
Or, sounds good, I'll let you know.
Listen to how it sounds, then repeat it several times without stopping between every word.
Try to copy the rhythm first. You can worry less about making every individual sound perfect.
You can even record yourself on your phone and compare your rhythm with the original.
At first, it may feel strange because your mouth is learning a new movement.
That's normal. When I try something new, my mouth sometimes needs a meeting before it agrees to cooperate.
Apparently, Jack's mouth has a very complicated management structure.
There are several departments involved.
But repetition really does help. A phrase that feels difficult today can become automatic after you hear and say it many times.
And remember, you don't need to use every expression from this episode tomorrow.
Choose one or two things and practice them until they feel comfortable.
Natural English develops slowly through listening, noticing, copying, and using the language in real situations.
Before we finish, think about this question. What is one change you can make to sound more natural in English?
Maybe you want to connect your words, practice contractions, or use more natural reactions.
Write your answer in the comments if you'd like to practice. You can say, I'm your name from your country, and I want to practice.
Reading your own sentence aloud is already a small speaking exercise.
Thank you for spending this time with us on Speak English for Beginners. Keep listening, keep repeating, and don't be afraid of sounding imperfect while you learn.
Your goal is not to copy someone perfectly. Speak clearly, stay curious, practice natural English every day. And we'll see you again soon.